Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. I'm Cindy Daychuk with Queen Bee Creations, and we are doing something totally out of the box. Kind of crafty, but kind of not. It's just a little different. So we're into now, it's really cold out there today and the wind is blowing like crazy. So we're into hot chocolate season, and it's probably one of my favorite parts of winter here. So whether you call it hot chocolate, hot cocoa, it doesn't matter. It's still delicious. Now, one of the fun things that you can do, and certainly for gifting, and this is what I'm thinking about going into the Christmas season, is you can buy what they typically call hot chocolate bombs, right? I can't call it that on YouTube, so we're calling them hot chocolate balls. And usually then you get like silicone half spheres like this. You melt chocolate in them, dump the excess out, and two of these mushed together give you the ball. It's kind of an involved process. It's still fun. You can still do it this way, but I want to show you a hack. And I'm going to pull you in overhead so that you can actually see what I'm doing here, but it will make your life a lot easier. It's delicious, and you'll be able to have some of these hot chocolate. Well, I'm not sure if I can call them balls because they're not going to be exactly round. You'll see what I mean in a second. All right, we are not going to be using this form because we're not going to be melting any chocolate. Instead, we're going to be using an existing form. So we're taking a Kinder Surprise egg, in which case our balls are going to be a little more egg-shaped, but they're still going to be delicious. So we want to open this up, and you can do it, you don't have to be as delicate as I am, but because I'm in my shop, I just like having the base under form to be able to use and not get as many fingerprints on there. What I do want to do is open this up. We obviously don't want to be dropping the toy into our hot chocolate. And so I'm just taking an X-Acto knife and going along that edge. And it actually just kind of goes in between there quite easily. So if you're doing this with kids, this is a part you're going to be doing, but you can see it wants to open up along there. I'm just kind of holding it in place anyway because I want to make sure that I get it as smooth and even as possible. So for this, we don't need the toy, but let's face it, your kids are going to love having the toy regardless. Give it to them on the side of their hot chocolate. Take the hot chocolate. So we're using an instant cocoa mix because we want this to dissolve. It's got the milk powders in it. So whether you choose to use hot water or hot milk or a combination of the two, I like to fill it as much as I can, but I don't want to get it on the chocolate edge. Now, ideally, you want to fill the other side with your little mini marshmallows. But when you go to try and sandwich these two things together, trust me, your little mini marshmallows go all over the place. So I like to do a couple of things. One, I just like to squish in about 5 little mini marshmallows right into there because I'm going to be putting this side on top. Now, to be able to, I just have a little propane starter here, a little butane torch, and I'm heating the underside of my spoon so that I just heat that spoon up. Not a lot of heat left in this, and I just want to melt a little bit of the inside. I need to get closer to the tip here. Just so I can stick some marshmallows down in here. Now, if you're doing this at home and not in a workshop, you could just simply melt a couple of little chocolate chips and drop the wet the melted chocolate in here, and then that would also stick your marshmallows. But that way, when I flip it over, oops, didn't get those. But ideally, when I flip it over then, those marshmallows are gonna stay in place. Okay. All right, in order to be able to get this to stick, you could heat up on your stove a little pan, and you could flip this over, just melt those edges very quickly, and then stick them together. Again, because I'm in my workshop, I'm gonna sandwich them together. Leave that sitting there for a second. And I'm gonna heat up the back of my spoon. Squeeze this together. And I'm just going to run it around the edges to kind of melt them together and get them to seal. Now you could add, if you like mint hot chocolate, you could add some crushed candy canes inside your, I hate saying egg because it's Christmas, so we're just gonna say your ball, but and then once that's all sealed, just put that off the side to cool, but it will stay together and you've got your little hot chocolate egg-shaped ball. When you are ready to enjoy, just take your mug. I've got my lovely little queen bee mug here. Pop your bomb into the bottom of your glass and pour your hot water or milk, or I've got water and milk here, over the top. It's going to float and open up, and then you can start to just stir that baby in. Now I find that the eggs are smaller than those big chocolate balls, so if you are making these for kids, they're the perfect kid size. If you need it to be a little stronger because it didn't hold enough of the hot chocolate mix, then you could add another teaspoon to it. But remember, you've got all that lovely melted chocolate in there too. And when they're firm, you can just put them into a little plastic bag, tie them with a ribbon or a little bit of twine, and you're good to go. These make great gifts to be able to put into a little basket with a cute little mug. Mine, we've got a big birthday celebration this weekend, so these are going to get used then. They won't even make it to Christmas, but great little stocking stuffers. I do find that the big bombs, the big balls, are great for a big cup of cocoa, but for your littles, these end up being a much better size. You saw the size of mug that I mixed mine into. It's a better size for kids, and I find that it's just enough cocoa and just enough chocolate that you really don't need to add anything else. As much as I heated up my milk with my water so that both were equally hot, with your younger kids, hot water is going to be enough. Use cold milk to be able to cool it down so it's more temperature that they can enjoy it after the chocolate has melted. It needs that heat for it to do that. But it's super fun for the kids to see it rise to the top and kind of burst open. The marshmallows get released, and then they can stir it up to be able to make sure it's all melted and add a little bit of milk to cool it off and enjoy. Super easy, super quick, no muss, no fuss that you get with these. These are awesome. If you want to be able to make them this way, then that's great. When you're looking to join them, I find popping them into the fridge for a couple of minutes afterward just kind of sets the chocolate. You can just kind of have like a little bit of a hot pan, just kind of take one half, the empty half with just the marshmallows at the top, just kind of slide it on the pan for a couple of seconds, and then stick them together, and they hold together really well. I was trying to show you with the spoon a method that I was using in here just because I don't have hot pans. I don't have a stove here. So you kind of make do with what you've got. But again, if you're not comfortable with doing it on a hot pan, then that's a great way to go, and probably not going to get burns. Let me know what you think of this one. Let me know if you're going to give it a try. Love to hear from you as always, and look forward to seeing you on the next one. Until then, take care.